Welcome everybody back to the Friar Talk podcast and YouTube channel. So getting the video out real quick for you. This one's going to be about a 5-minute one. Ryan is just going to share some information with us about something that has recently happened with the San Diego Padres. Ryan, you want to go ahead and share it?
Yes, I do. So let's get my phone up real quick just so I can show the time and date. It is 7:54 p.m., March 17th. That's just for a little bit of proof in case something comes out very soon, like we're expecting. I've just gotten word that Luke Voit has in fact been traded to the San Diego Padres. In return, I don't know the exact names, but it sounds like one or two lower level minor league pitchers, maybe someone like Victor Lizarraga or Brian Medina and that kind of level. But I think this is a fantastic move, especially with kind of what's happened recently with Freeman going to the Dodgers and just, with the Padres missing out on a lot of the bigger name free agents that have gotten overpaid. I've been calling for someone like Luke Voit or Austin Meadows to come join the Padres because if we look into Luke Voigt's numbers last year, he's coming off of a down year. He had a 764 OPS. He struck out 30% of the time. The power was still kind of there, but everything was down. That said, we're talking about a guy who has a career OPS of 867. He's had a couple seasons limited to injuries. We'll get into that in a second, where he's had 50 home run paces. So, he's a first baseman in the same sense that Eric Hosmer's a first baseman. He should definitely be DHing full time, and I believe that's going to be his role here in San Diego. And that should help cut down on his injuries. And when he's healthy, we've seen ridiculous paces from him where, he'll hit for a pretty high average and the power numbers are just off the charts. We've seen him go on 50, 60 home run paces before, like 2020. He had 22 home runs in the shortened season. 2018 when he first got traded to the Yankees. So I think this is a great move. You get 3 years of control of this guy, and if he reclaims anything resembling what he was like in that 2018 to 2020 stretch with the New York Yankees, I might be thinking of 2017. So if it is, my apologies. But if you reclaim that value right there, you potentially have 3 years of a middle of the order cleanup hitter at DH. So I like this move. I think it's great.
Yeah, definitely needed. We've been pretty high and advocating for Padres needing some power bats, and when you get somebody like Luke Voit, who it took me a little bit to hop on board, but I'm pretty on board now, especially considering the options that are left. There's nothing really left that you can look for. So considering we needed to go into the trade market to be able to find a power bat, especially because the only one left, I believe, is kind of like Jorge Soler. I don't know if this wipes out the possibility of him coming to the Padres entirely, but helps out a lot, especially because we've been a top heavy lineup for a little while, and the depth pieces haven't exactly been there. Tommy Pham doesn't help. Will Myers hasn't helped. Eric Hosmer hasn't helped. So definitely need to get some guys that will contribute in the power category. All the top teams, top 10 in OPS last year in the playoffs. So huge addition, something that hopefully works out for the Padres.
Yeah, I feel completely the same. I think, you look at where the lineup stands right now with Tatis being injured, and this is one that could come across as something that's really, really big for the Padres. I was just kind of playing around with some lineups right now, and if they do add Voit, and Ryan, you brought up, I think, a while back about Meadows when you were talking, he's a guy that's been linked. I know that he was they were talking about him on the Ben and Wood show, I think it was today. So that's another guy that could be linked. So if you add Meadows and you're already adding Voit here, your lineup's not as bad as it looks right now, because I've seen people float around the Padres lineup like, you guys really think this is a playoff team? This is an awful lineup. But adding a couple solid guys can go a long way. And so I mocked one up. I put Grisham, Cronenworth, Manny, Voit, Meadows, Myers, Hosmer, Nola, Kim. Still lacking, but you add Tatis to that lineup, then it's Grisham, Tatis, Cronenworth, Machado, Voit, Meadows, Myers, Hosmer, Nola. That's a lot better. I mean, you have Nola, who's a pretty solid hitter in the 9 hole, and you have Hosmer hitting 8th. Like, that means that you've added a lot of depth to the lineup. So I like this move as just, a low cost option, a guy that you're trading for, but you're not trading much to get. So I like this move a lot in this one. So just a quick video today, though. I mean, we just want to get something out real fast, but we'll talk about him later. I think we'll probably do a live stream sometime this weekend. And so, Ryan, maybe you'll come on for a little while then when we do that. But going to be talking about some of these moves. Hopefully there's some more. Hopefully there is something to that Meadows rumor that's kind of been spreading around Padres media, I guess. But, this is a good one. Solid power bat to pick up right here. So happy with the move. Not anything super crazy, but one that it might go a long way in this season, especially with Tatis out. So I'm a big fan. But I think it's going to do it for today's episode. So thank you guys, and we'll talk to you guys very soon.